1,000-metre dash then for race number 6. It's a Class 3 contest. There's plenty of speed once more for the Nakayama handicap. Fortune Bobo heads them. We made all 2 starts back to score over the 1,200 metres. Hard Promise makes his Happy Valley debut. Keep Moving, course and distance winner last start. Lamarosa's first up since March. Weifeng Vinny, barrier 1, but he'll probably get back. He's a course and distance winner last season. Smart Declaration gets the blinkers on, and Money Boy was behind Mega Heart, 3rd course and distance last time out. We've made our way to the speed map here, John, to have a look at this one. Good to fast, because there's been plenty of pace on early, which may well suit Weifeng Vinny. Likes to come flying down the outside of the track, but more speed the better for him through the early part. Yep, and he's got that inside draw, so he'll be able to sort of go the shortest way before being unleashed for a run a little bit later on. Interesting from a pace perspective is Keep Moving here. He should be able to get himself to the inside rail there pretty easily. And Circuit King from the outside, he's a key horse really as far as this map's concerned, because he's got plenty of early speed, likes to go forward, he's got a bad draw. If he goes forward again, that's going to inject further pace into the race. All right, but Neil Cannon will be making it difficult for them from barrier 4. If he can get that rail, he'll be the one to beat. Paul, but what have you got for us for track work? Yeah, we've got a few horses. The first one, the horses we're going to look at here is Peace and Prosperity. Should get a nice run. He was really asked to do something in this jackpot. In this piece of track work. He's really pushed out nicely, and you can see it was a good run from him, Peace and Prosperity. You mentioned Weifeng Vinny will want a bit of pace on. He's under a stranglehold here as he comes down. 1,000 metres is his go, so he should get his opportunity if that extra bit of pace is injected into this contest. He has put on 21 pounds, so just note that he has put on that extra bit of weight. And Money Boy's been so consistent. The other one of down the bottom of the weight here, Money Boy. And he's had a few runs already this season, but he's fit, very fit horse. You're thinking about that jackpot in the 6 up, were you? Yeah, 2.3 million, don't forget everyone. All right, so let's start with Keep Moving here. A last start winner, the man in the saddle once more, Neil Callan.
Neil, Keep Moving. That was a big win last time out. After on the turn, you had a few anxious moments.
Yeah, it was a nice win. Obviously, like, I mean, if it was a little bit more smooth, then he would have been a little bit more impressive. But anyway, look, he was lucky in the fact that the leader just drifted into his path a little bit, and he was strong enough to be able to hold himself up and still close off and win the race. So yeah, look, he's a nice horse I've always held in high regard, and you know, ever since I first won on him. So he seems to be still progressing quite well.
He's had a bit of time between runs, but he had a barrier trial last week. That looked like a pretty good trial from him.
Yeah, his trials, look, he's always been very professional in everything he does, races and trials, but I think Ricky tries to space he runs because he's still only a young horse, and he's trying to let him mentally mature, because he just gets a bit excited, you know, and I think it's him just still maturing. So, like, look, with that in regard, having the breaks between races just lets him settle down after a run, and then he can train him into another run, and he seems to be working for him at the moment, and everything's going well. But look, he's pulled a nice gate, he's in great form, and looking forward to getting on him again.
And there's still improvement to come then from the sounds of things.
Yeah, I believe so. I've always liked him, and I think he's got plenty more in him. But obviously, until you push them further up the ratings and further into the deep end, you don't know. But all his signs going forward, and it looks like he's still improving, and he's a horse I like.
He's won 3 of 6, hasn't he? And you saw in that replay, had to overcome a fair bit to win, and did it. Yeah, he did. You know, he stumbled on the turn, and he was entitled to get beaten. He's pulled himself together. He won. The horse that ran second came out and won again. I mean, I like the horse as well with Neil. I think he's improved. I like that trial. So he was trialling there with Bad Boy, who's a lot higher rated. Well, he'll run in the trials this weekend. Yeah, and they were well clear of everything else. So I'm going to make him my best. I made him my best last time. He hasn't let me down, so we'll keep going. Yeah, and his form from last season as well, if you go back to that, that's stacking up quite well as well. You know, beat Strathclyde 2 starts ago, as a winner this season as well. So lots to like about his chance. It was a really tough win last time out. All right, he's our early favourite, 290 at the moment. About Keep Moving. Lamarosa, first up here for Paul. I mean, he won first up last season. How's he been looking? Yeah, it's not a bad trial from him. As you say, he did win fresh up last season as well. Although he hasn't won over this 1,000 metres. So that might be just a little bit too sharp for him. So I'm going to wait and watch him, and hopefully he runs nicely, and we'll get him next time. I almost got him in. Looking at the prices as well, it's quite tempting in the sense that if they go quick out in front, I don't think he'll win, but he might well be one of those that's sort of flashing home for a 3rd or a 4th place. All right, so he's certainly a player. Good draw as well, barrier 3, and Berta Rispoli on board. Money Boy and Happy Meteor, we're looking at here. Money Boy, Another solid effort from him.
Yep, and Joe Moreira on board now. He's had quite a few jockeys ride this fella, and they've all managed to get a reasonably good tune out of him. He was in gate 1 on this occasion. He came wide in the end, stayed on really strongly. Gate 6 theoretically not as good, but he might get a slightly better run just by the way the race pans out. So yeah, he's always one you've got to consider for the numbers.
Yeah, got him in the numbers once again. I think he'll run well. Lightweight, as you say, Joe Moreira jumps aboard. Reasonable barrier draw, so a few positives there.
All right, we go from a lightweight to the top weight in Fortune Bobo. It does get the £7 off, though, for Matthew Purdon. Peace and Prosperity, drawn to get a good run.
Peace and Prosperity, he does pull a lot in his track work, so coming back to the 1,000 might be an ideal thing for him, because he can run his race, halfway through it, and hasn't got that energy at the end, so he'll get a good run, and so of the two, he'll probably be more interested in him.
Yeah, I do think Peace and Prosperity does like Happy Valley. I think he could go well. He's certainly drawn to go well, so I think he might be a sort of each-way price as well.
Yeah.
All right, but you've declared this one, Paul. Keep Moving to win. Who feels the minus?
Yeah, we'll Keep Moving on top to beat Money Boy. Wei Feng Vinny, if they do go too fast, he can finish off the race nicely enough in the Peace and Prosperity. But I really like this 4. I think he's a really nice horse, Keep Moving, so I would just be backing him to win.
Same numbers in a very similar order for me as well. Nothing radically different here. Just going to have Wei Feng Vinny in there for second, Money Boy for third, Peace and Prosperity for fourth. If you want something different, as we were saying before, Lama Rosa might just be able to nick a place at a price.
Yeah, no argument from me. Keep Moving. Clean sweep once more in the 6th.